This look at is dedicated to the memory of poor Tweeter.
What are you talking about? Twitter's still a thing. But this certainly isn't.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Not this show. Not this show, James.
Oh.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our look at on Pac-Man Museum for PC. And yes, your eyes did not fool you. This was released back when the Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures cartoon was still a thing. Though thankfully, it's just there as a background element. What you need to worry about is that this is basically a collection of most, if not all, of Pac-Man's most iconic arcade titles, like the very original Pac-Man.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nice.
I hope you folks aren't sick of that Pac-Man we've been showing off a lot now and then.
I'm not.
At least this is Pac-Man in his element.
Yeah, this is Pac-Man back in his prime. Well, okay. To say it was his prime is kind of sad, considering this is like his very first game, but no. I'm only showing this off because, you know, it's a Pac-Man collection. We're sort of running, we're basically crossing it off the list just to get it out of our systems. But yeah, it's basically the same Pac-Man bonanza that you know and love. You basically collect Pac dots, grab the power pellet to eat up the ghosts when they're blue, and well, don't try to go after the ghosts when they're not blue, otherwise you get blue balled yourself.
Right.
Besides, we all know that Mrs. Pac-Man was the best one.
Anyway, I'm trying to remember.
I'm sorry. You know what that made me think of?
What?
I can't remember where it was from. I think it was from Family Guy, where there was a parody of Miss Pac-Man, and then the ghosts were chasing her, and she was like, "What?"
It's like, whoa, jeez, okay, whoa, calm
James.
down.
Bitch.
There you go.
Well,
Oh, dear.
not getting pink this
no.
time.
That's what you get when you don't capitalize.
Well, I'm just waiting for my... I was hoping to go down there, but...
That was
you
close.
I was like stunned. I was looking like, wait, did he die or did he get the last one? What is it trying to load?
I'm not gonna lie, but I love the fact that Silly was just so on the edge, and it's Pac-Man of all things that's got her on edge.
Now, who's up for a more updated version of the original Pac-Man formula?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen this before.
Wasn't this what the mobile game was based on?
It might have been. I'm not entirely sure, but this is Pac-Mania, released about a good 8 years later, or it's 7 or 8 years later, and it's basically Pac-Man if it had more of a pseudo isometric 3D approach. And well, for its time, it was definitely pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm so on edge.
I guess you're liking this that much.
Probably.
I don't know why, but this is making me think of the fruit mini game from Pizza Simulator. I wonder if that's what they based it on.
Haha! Take that, Sue!
Whoa! I didn't
You
even
can
jump.
jump over them?
Yep, Pac-Mania lets Pac-Man jump!
Wait, are there more than...
Whoa.
What was that, Jordy?
Were there more than 4 ghosts?
Oh yeah, for Pac-Mania, they actually make you go through more than just 4 ghosts. Like they have Sue from Miss Pac-Man. They also have a whole bunch of random green junkies that you meet up with later, and eventually they have the ability to jump themselves, so you can't quite exploit your jumping ability quite as badly by that point in the game.
I was gonna say this looked a little too broken for you to be able to jump on them.
But no, and okay, going back to something before I forget. Well, first, James, explain the thing about the jumping.
You just press the button, you can hop over ghosts, though. Let's just say that you want to be careful when you want to jump, because sometimes the ghost can pull a fast one and literally turn the other way.
Oh, jeez. And then you land right on top of them. Anyway, so the thing that I was going to say is that...
Oh, dear.
Oh, there's the green one.
There's the green one, yeah. They're jumping. But no, I was gonna say, hype is all like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Seely's like freaking out over Pac-Man. Funny you say that, because about to prove him wrong. Is that I'd like to think Pac-Man's like one of the start of like some sort of like horror game, in that like it is easy to get cornered and you immediately feel worried. That and someone that.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like I said, part of the FNAF fruit mini game. I wonder if this is what was based on.
Ha ha!
Combos.
Munchies!
And if not that Seely, then someone, and I've seen many people play it, is someone has actually basically taken this formula of Pac-Man and actually, nice, save that for later. Someone's actually taken this formula and has actually turned it into a survival horror game. It's called Dark Deception, and it plays like
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, you cannot jump on ghost heads, otherwise that would be pretty broken in itself.
and it plays like Pac-Man only in first-person perspective.
Huh, okay.
Oh lord. I mean,
And
I'm sure, like somewhere somewhere within the past few years, someone's made like an actual first-person Pac-Man, and that in itself has probably scarred a bunch of children. But otherwise, yeah.
Because like the concept of running around in a maze, but yeah. So it's called Dark Deception. It's basically a horror-themed first-person Pac-Man, but just that game alone shows the concept of how this can be terrifying.
Well, terrifying if you put it in the right hands.
And with the right context.
Come to think of it, do you think someone out there has ever made one of those, what'd you call them
EXEs?
again? Like, no, not EXEs, though. I'm pretty sure that's been
done.
Yeah, that's been done
Without a
before, but no.
doubt.
I was talking more so like those little, what do you call them again? Like survival parks or whatever?
Escape rooms?
Escape rooms, that's it. Based on
Oh yeah,
Pac-Man.
the escape room.
I can tell you that I once saw a comedy sketch on YouTube. I'll see if I can find that for you guys later. I once saw a comedy skit that was live action Pac-Man where the ghosts ran around and started beating the dude up with a foam bat if they caught him.
Should we
Hey,
do
what the
the
heck is
whole one
this?
we did with Allie?
Yeah.
Wait, what now?
That was a long time ago. Anyway, what are we doing here?
Okay, so this one's called Pac-Pal, which was released a few years after the original Pac-Man, and it's supposed to be based off the foundation of Super Pac-Man, which we'll show off later. But basically what it is that you're still being chased by the ghosts. You don't have to worry about power pellets, but you have to collect items within these barricades. Now you can open up those barricades by finding the appropriate key card.
Oh,
and you may have noticed that cute little green thingamajigger there. That's your pal, Miru. She's your friend, but at the same time, though, she's one of those characters who she can grab items just like she can grab items and just take them all across the maze. And you can Pac-Man can grab the items from her, but she can also take them to the ghost pen and leave. And by that point, you lose it forever.
Yeah.
That's not much of a pal, then, is it?
She's sort of a double agent as far as I'm concerned. And what's funny is that this game almost got a US release where Miru was instead replaced by the ever-lovable Chomp Chomp from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Oh.
Interesting.
But but as far as I'm concerned, that got canned.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is where all the items come from Pac-Man's B move.
Yeah.
To be fair, well, okay, the key, granted, oh, that's right, you also have a certain, I forget what activates it, but you can grab a certain item that gives Pac-Man this supersonic screaming power that stuns the ghosts if he
That I'm pretty sure is what his grab's based on.
But yeah, that looks like it. But can we actually eat any of the ghosts here?
I forget if power pellets are still a thing in this game. But if not, then I think that scream beam is the only thing, your only defense against them. Ow! Oops. Nice.
I love how Pac-Man's mouth opened in shock.
That just gets boring.
And so that was Pac-Pal. A cute little diversion from the usual Pac-Man shtick, but, well, let's move on to something that's a little more, well, let's just say this is the one defining game that, okay. I'll just get this out of the way. Welcome to Pac-Land, a 2D platformer starring Pac-Man, which also served as the basis, or a foundation, rather, for Shigeru Miyamoto's own Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, this is what inspired it.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Well, hey, it seems fitting that Pac-Man inspired Mario.
And this horribly, crudely drawn MS Paint art is now an official Smash Brothers stage.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I recognized it from somewhere.
I was gonna say, if that was MS Paint, it really doesn't look that bad.
It really doesn't. I mean, especially considering this game was literally made a year before Super Mario Brothers. Let that sink in.
Also, I don't mean to pour salt on your wound, James, but how come he doesn't have that hat in Smash?
To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, that would have been a much better alternative to, like, Pac-Man's alternate colors than the freaking arm sweater things.
Why does he have a hat, period? What does this add?
Well, okay, in all fairness, the hat is actually based... Okay, so the thing about Pac-Land is that it's loosely based on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, which, well, Pac-Man was basically a simple family man who had a wife, a kid, and a dog and a cat, and he also wore a hat to make him a little more distinguishable from the rest of his Pac people.
Huh.
As is also the case with the ghosts. Because you can only work so well with with reference sheets that don't even have color in them.
Yeah.
I see.
So what systems was this available on?
It was originally released on arcades, but it was released on a whole bunch of other, like, 8-bit consoles that, well, really didn't do this game any favors. But then there was also the TurboGrafx version, which was actually pretty damn close to the original.
I love how when you were passing through the trees, only the feather could clip through them.
I guess that was their only real way of showing where you were. But anyway, off we go. So how is there an end to this game?
I want to say there is, but basically Pac-Land is sectioned off into trips, and each trip contains about 2 to 3 stages or so, where your goal is to escort a little fairy companion back to its mother.
And you have a timer in the lower bottom.
Yep, your timer is based on all the Pac-Man that are slowly dying.
Oh boy.
Yes,
okay.
That's kind of sad, actually. Hold on, let me make the most of this. Also, it's never immediately clear to you, but Sue is always chasing after you, and he's...
Oops. You got too greedy.
Yeah, I did. Also, this is the most awkward fucking thing. Whenever you jump off those springs, you actually have to keep rapidly press right and press on the right of the D-pad. Pressing jump won't do anything. And look at that, we're in the Fairylands.
We need to move closer to Fairyland. That was a long run. Yay!
Yay!
And the fairy godmother gives us some kick-ass shoes that'll help us get back home safely.
Cause now you gotta make the trip back.
Yep, you gotta go back home to your wife and kid.
Yep. Oh boy. I thought I had 2 kits though, because there's Pac Boy and Pac Baby.
Honestly, it really depends on the game, because sometimes there's always only 1 kid, other times there's 2, and sometimes it's the Pac Junior, other times the Pac Baby. Like the game, like sometimes Namco can never make up their minds on how they want to establish Pac-Man as either a family man or just a solo entity.
This music.
Yeah,
Don't worry, we're almost home.
Yeah, we're almost home, don't you worry. And also it's funny because actually those shoes that the fairy godmother gave us, or the mother fairy, whatever, that's also an item you can technically get in the stage itself in Smash Brothers, and it pretty much boosts your mobility entirely.
Oh, cool. So I was seeing. I noticed that you fly. And
also, it's the only time in Smash Brothers you'll ever see this Pac-Man. Why she wasn't an Echo Fighter for Pac-Man, I'll never understand.
Let's do it all over again. Okay.
No, that's where we'll stop for Pac-Land. Though I honestly think this is one of the better games in the collection. Now for Super Pac-Man, the true official sequel to Pac-Man. No, Ms. Pac-Man does not count. That was a wrong hack. So yeah, with Super Pac-Man, basically the same thing as Pac and Pal after it. Basically, you use keys to open up gates. You do have power pelts, but you also have super pelts, which basically make Pac-Man giant.
Panicky. Jesus, stop
Yeah, the sound design is pretty loud.
I think we're making Logan insane.
Shut up! Shut up! But, I mean, yeah, the loud sound design aside, I mean, I think this game's pretty fun for what it is.
Actually, I just realized, like, another thing. Stop shutting on napping!
It's not me, old coot.
See, I was thinking of that one girl from the first. See, I was thinking of that one girl from the first Evil Dead, where she was all like, "Shut it up!" and it just screams, and
Shit.
Dead.
The dog mourns.
No jumping out of there.
Well, just let me give Pinky a chance to pass on by and munch.
Grab him.
So yeah, well, all the rest of the foods are open to us, so let's open up.
Done.
Woo!
I will say though, I do like between Pac and Pal and Super Pac-Man. I like the idea of what we've been seeing of wait, what's with these ghosts all flipping about?
They're scared shitless of Super Pac-Man. You can't eat them in this form, but you will slide past them.
Okay. Well, say,
hold on, I'll take care of that. There we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, see, I like the idea of having to go for specific paths and strategize where you're going. Also, what causes them to freeze like that every so often?
Honestly, I could not begin to tell you. They just do that sometimes. Maybe there is a certain strategy to it, I just don't know it off the top of my head, because I will admit, this is actually not a game I don't play this game too terribly often, which I kind of feel sad for, because it is a pretty fun little diversion from the original Pac-Man. And in some ways, you could say it's a little more varied. Even though you could also argue that Ms. Pac-Man did a better job at that, considering it was essentially just the same game, just with different mazes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
There we go. Come on.
It's not.
There we go. Munch.
Get all the bananas.
Come on! Get all your bananas!
We have obtained the nanners.
Nanners.
Today on Pac-Man Theater.
Dun
I love their eyes going like, what?
Yeah.
Bonus stage,
what the-
donuts.
Donuts.
Gigantic donut.
I just sorry, I'm imagining the freaking kamikazes from Serious Sam.
Never forget the
What
fucking
purpose
costume.
did he serve again?
Come on, I can do it. Nope.
They open up.
damn it.
They each key removes one of the little brown doors.
Yes.
All right, next one.
Alright, moving on to the next one. Yes, I am showing off all of them, including
Pac-Attack.
Pac-Attack. This one's a puzzle game.
This was a classic. Did you ever? That's right. This is that Pac-Man Tetris game.
Yeah, Pac-Attack, also known as Pac-Panic in European territories.
That's
Nervous
right.
mode.
Puzzle mode.
Oh, that's versus. Never mind.
Yeah, versus mode. But yeah, the typography there could have been a little better, but yeah. Basically,
The
this is
screen resolution
Pac-Man's
could have
own-
been better.
Yeah, Pac-Man. This is basically Pac-Man's own foray into the puzzle game scene, kind of like Tetris or Dr. Mario before it. And I mean, it's not a bad game. It's just it's one of those you kind of have to get a feel for, because not only do you have to worry about the ghosts and the blocks, but you also have to position Pac-Man just right so it can eat all the ghosts.
Yeah,
you
he'll go in a left or right line, and you can make Tetris block. It's honestly, I guess it's kind of a little mix of Tetris and Puyo Puyo actually, because depending on where you because you can place blocks like normal, but also depending on where you place Pac-Man, he'll eat the ghosts, and so it can be like Puyo Puyo, because if you're really good with ghost placement, he cannot go up. If you're good with ghost placement, you can actually set up some combos of Pac-Man eating ghosts that then fall into clearing lines.
That's cool.
I will say though, looking back on it, like I'm kind of a part of me kind of was hoping for, or okay, maybe not so much hoping, but like the one version of Pac-Attack I grew up with the most is from Pac-Man World 2, which is supposed to be based on a Japan-only version of Pac-Attack, which was very, well, more eccentric than this, but I think they went with this version just because there are more options. Like, you have the normal mode, you also have the puzzle mode, which is basically, well, you know what those kinds of modes are, and the versus mode, which I don't think that version had. And once I'm done with this last row of ghosts, I want to say that's where I am going to, well, do something. But the more ghosts you eat and the more blocks you fill, there's a meter on the left that it's fashioned after a fairy wand, and once that's fully in effect, you can have a fairy drop down and pretty much destroy an entire row of ghosts.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we'll stop right there for Pac-Attack, because what you see is what you get. Oh, Logan, you remember that? Oh,
I remember that
this
game, and I remember that my analog stick was broken and wouldn't go up or down.
Well, you can't blame me for that one. You blame Dave & Buster's.
Up and down, all around.
So yeah, this one is interesting. This is Pac-Man Battle Royale. Basically, it's a free-for-all where you play as 4 Pac-Men.
Oh wait a minute,
All
is this
run
the game I'm
around
thinking
trying
of?
to get the best score.
Let's see.
And now you're going to get to see the joy of playing all by yourself. Which honestly isn't that fun at all, but I mean, it's
Cannibalism!
Yeah, basically. And yeah, and as Logan said earlier, he had a miserable time when we played it when we went to Dave & Buster's the one time.
But but I do think as a concept it is pretty neat, and it did sync up really nice. So
Whoa!
you can push
Don't
people
worry,
back.
they can only eat each other when one of them's bigger.
And whoever clears the last dot gets the point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm guessing this isn't the one I'm thinking of. I could have sworn that there was one Pac-Man game that actually had Martinet as the announcer.
That was Pac-Man Versus.
Okay.
That's actually we showed that off a while back in our Namco Museum Switch. There you go. Yeah, that was something we showed off during our Namco Museum for Switch look at a while back.
So
Gotcha.
is it whoever? So I know it's whoever. So it's either whoever outlasts the other, be it by eating them or by getting killed by ghosts. Is there another way to win by being the person who cleared more screens than the other?
I want to say that's how it is. Yes.
I'm sorry, that just looked kind of cute when you guys when you bumped into each other.
Yeah. Just, hey, get out of my way, scrub.
Oh jeez.
Bananas!
Bananas!
Apple on, bananas.
And
Ah,
hey,
screw it.
Blue.
He went the other way. Screw it. I'll capitalize. Except not.
Oh no, he got the cherry. Was that a cherry or strawberry?
Doop.
Oh, jeez, you knocked him right
Right
into
Way to
it.
capitalize.
Oh, damn.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, there is some layer of strategy to this game, but that's as far as it goes, so we're gonna move on. Alright, next up on the list is Pac-Man Arrangement. This is not the good one, though. This is the one that's... Well, this one's okay. It's not bad by any stretch, but I will say that the original Pac-Man Arrangement for the Namco Classics Collection is a far better experience, and I don't know why they didn't consider putting it in this collection. So basically, it's just another updated version of Pac-Man, now with 3D graphics.
Looks cool. I thought Pac-Mania was 3D.
It's cute.
Looks kind of trippy to me.
Well, it is kind of a trip,
The
but
wavy dots.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the wavy
it's,
dots that really seal the deal. And if I'm not mistaken, this version of Pac-Man was part of the Namco Museum Battle Collection for the PSP, which was also developed by the division of Namco that makes the Tales of series.
Oh.
Huh.
I mean, an interesting pick to have someone develop your old school titles, but I mean, what they did, I think they did a pretty decent job. Again, I just think that the other arrangement games are better, but I digress.
There we go.
That's
Hey,
honestly a
Dada.
series. That's honestly something I should revisit sometime, because we only showed off. Well, Logan and I showed off the original Pac-Man arrangement way back when, but there was like several other arrangement titles based on like Dig Dug, Xevious, Galaga, and so on and so forth.
Boost pads.
Oh yeah, fucking boost pads.
Yeah, the Galaga stuff was awesome. I did like Pac-Man for what it was worth, and
Oh yeah, the Pac-Man one was fun, and I mean,
Space Invaders
in a way,
was
it was
good.
kind of funny how competitive it turned out to be.
Space Invaders was fun.
Wait, Space Invaders?
Oh no, sorry, I was talking about the Space Invaders remix. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There you
jeez.
Oh
Oops.
no.
Dang it.
Also for those that might have a keen eye, yes, I did cut out a few stages, just because I mean, honestly, it would have been long enough if I kept everything in for this particular game. So I just I kept the stages that actually have a unique gimmick attached to them.
Ah, okay.
What's that cooldown in the lower right?
Stage clear.
I think that's supposed to be just how much boost you have on standby.
Probably.
Huh.
Ah, they're right on my ass! Help!
But
Now I'm on their
Giant.
asses.
or not.
Oh wait, now we got a big one up his ass.
Now it's a giant.
Oh no!
How did that happen? Oh,
No, no,
oh.
don't care, but we got a lot to eat.
Is this a boss?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Full-on boss fight.
And he does not. Oh,
Oh, it's made
okay.
of multiple.
It's Colossus all over again.
and he does not
Okay.
care
Oh, that
about.
reminds me so
Oh,
much
jeez.
of Joe Howlett from Zelda Four Swords Adventures. Not
And he-
or no,
Wind
Wind Waker
Waker.
and Four Swords Adventures.
And he does not care about walls at all.
No, he does not. He can float over them. I mean, he is a ghost.
Oh,
Oh boy.
But the more you eat, the more he shrinks down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem like wherever he is matters. Like, it doesn't matter where positionally he is, because the ghosts are going to go flying. However, what happens if we use up all of our power pellets if we didn't get them all?
They do respawn.
yeah, I see some.
Yeah, I
okay.
see them respawning.
Stage
Yeah,
clear.
I saw that too.
Yay!
That would be pretty dickish if the power pellets couldn't respawn and you're pretty much put in a dead game.
Yeah.
Now in the forest.
We have
Doors.
doors.
Aye.
Ah!
Oh wait,
Damn
we
it.
got it.
Get back
But
here.
they go
Meep,
both
meep.
ways.
Ah, crud.
Oh
That didn't last long.
So yeah, we have to be very careful.
But yeah, I mean, I will give this arrangement credit that they do have a few more gimmicks by comparison. Though, if there's one thing I will always miss, it's the ghost monsters that can actually upgrade themselves to be a much bigger threat.
Ah.
Not just yet. Not just yet. That one's a special case. But anyway, on to come on, go down. There you go.
Yay.
The original Pac-Man Championship Edition, which, if I remember correctly, used to be an Xbox Live exclusive.
How much was this whole thing?
I think I got this for like $20.
That's not bad.
Or $15-$20, depending on when that was released. I think it was released just before the PS4 and Xbox One were taking off. So yeah, this is Pac-Man Championship Edition, the very original, and well, I mean, for setting the standard, it did a pretty decent job. Like, it's your typical get the power pellet and eat the ghost, and you're under an endurance. You're basically under a time limit to try to get the highest score possible. All while going through both sides of the maze to collect all the dots, eat the power pellets, grab the fruit to spawn more maps, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, this is also a version of I will say that, well, the Championship Edition series got better over time. In fact, after playing the X version of Championship Edition, this feels so antiquated by comparison. I want to see the
chain of ghosts.
Yeah, chain them up like a choo-choo train.
Yeah.
Which is great. That always felt super.
Man.
That always felt super satisfying. Although I will say I do like how satisfying these boards feel. I will say I do like how satisfying these boards feel with having the pellets be in a nice, even path for you to reach.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that. Like, again, this was definitely a. I mean, you know what they say, what fixes what isn't broken, but I guess in this case is one of those cases where maybe we could add something onto that thing that isn't broken, and it actually turned out to be a really big benefit.
This is making me think of that new Tetris game. I forget what it was called.
Tetris Effect.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is essentially the Tetris Effect of 2006.
I would love a Pac-Man rhythm game.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, wow.
At the last second.
And of course, gotta scratch another one off the list. Our final game for the collection is Miss Pac-Man, which at launch I want to say was actually free DLC.
Really?
Ah.
So yeah, you know the drill. You're still fighting against the usual ghost monsters, along with the newcomer, Sue.
And
Not Clyde, Sue.
That was totally Clyde and her. With
Yeah,
her
Miss
heavy eyelash and her beauty mark, which is
Yeah,
not
her
seen on the
beauty mark.
official artwork. Look at it. Look.
Look at it! It's pretty, isn't it?
He looks better with a beauty mark, though. Just saying.
I call it a cutie mark.
No. That's a whole nother thing. So
I think I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Miss Pac-Man is not an official sequel to the original Pac-Man. It is a ROM hack that Bally Midway made to basically get more money off the Pac-Man craze.
also it was an antiquated thing at the time where they were trying to cater to lady gamers, thinking that the only way that they would ever like a game is if
Which is horribly ironic, considering that was the original point of the original Pac-Man, to basically be a game that anyone could play, not just the usual male crowd.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like-
Oh no!
But I do know. But a lot of people seem to swear by Miss Pac-Man is better or ran better or seemed to be more
It is a better game just because it actually has more than one maze type. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same game.
woohoo.
Aww.
And that's how they met. So yeah,
Okay.
again, just scratching another one off the list. That was Miss Pac-Man, and that, folks, is the end of our look at on the Pac-Man Museum.
What can people pick this up on and how much?
I know it's available on Steam, and it's also available on the PS3 and Xbox 360 online stores. I don't think it's on PS4 or Xbox One, though I think in those cases you could probably get them off either the PS Now or the Xbox Game Pass. Don't quote me on that, but basically that's just how it is. And honestly, even if it takes getting rid of the any influence of the Pac-Man Ghostly Adventure stuff that they included in there for the sake of the bonus, I mean, omit that stuff, I would be down to seeing this game get ported to Switch.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it feels like, especially with the portability aspect of it, having arcade titles on the go seems like a great idea.
Yeah, it just makes me all the sadder that so far we only have one Namco Museum game title on the Switch, and, well, honestly, I need more. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed. I'm JamesmanXtreme.
I'm Lucky Jack 20.
Highway Princess Lita.
Jordan the Cat 11.
Wacka.
And this is PacMan Extreme signing off.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Ah.